I'm John Colvin with Western Engineering and Research Corporation. I am going to discuss mold and mold sampling. I'm a certified industrial hygienist that started my career more than 30 years ago. I began my career doing air monitoring for asbestos removal, yet due to EPA's efforts and more than 30 years of contractor removal of asbestos, mold is definitely more common in indoor air than asbestos. Unlike asbestos, mold is everywhere, even in Arctic regions. It does not need much to grow. Simply a food source, a substrate to grow upon, oxygen, and at least occasional moisture. It is one of the most adaptable plants. Mold spores inside buildings typically originate outdoors, and summer concentrations of mold are typically higher both indoors and out of doors. Breathing of mold particles and spores are a very common cause of fungal infections, yet it is rare that mold exposure results in any chronic disease. However, it can exacerbate the symptoms of asthma or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD. Extreme concentrations can cause a disease called hypersensitivity pneumonitis, otherwise known as farmer's lung. Sampling for mold may involve cassettes or culture bowl dishes such as petri dishes. The most common sampling technique is utilizing cassettes that have a V-shaped inlet and sticky material to capture both mold spores and mold fragments. After mold sampling is performed using such cassettes at a known volume of air, the cassettes are sent to an accredited laboratory for analysis. The laboratory technician is able to count all the spores of known shape and color and commonly determine the genus of the mold. This includes the mold genus of Stachybotrys, otherwise known as black mold. Mold cannot be accurately sampled from a test kit you purchase from the local hardware store, since the kits will simply produce results that cannot be interpreted as good or bad, due to a host of factors. Where there is a complete error where there is thought that mold may be producing symptoms, focus is given to this area as well as non-complaint areas where no one is reporting symptoms. After results are collected from the lab, a full report is generated to discuss what the mold concentrations that are collected mean to you. Are they high, low, average, or non-existent? Does there appear to be an indoor source? If there is, does the source of mold appear to be widespread or highly localized? And if it is a minor problem involving mold, what measures can be taken to remove the mold or mold-impacted building materials? Mold may be inside walls, and therefore air sampling can detect mold that cannot be readily seen. Sometimes mold can be detected strongly by smell, often called a mildew odor. Other times the symptoms may be occurring, yet mold concentrations are very low. The symptoms could be from other exposures such as pollen or other allergens. These can be sampled utilizing air sampling cassettes. Whether you are experiencing mold-related symptoms or have frequent flooding or leaks that may be prompting the growth of mold, Western Engineering can assist you in determining and removing the sources of mold, or simply give you peace of mind that mold is at average or acceptable levels.